All right. Ah! As you let out a huge yawn as you get out of bed, you pad lazily to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and staring back at you is a perfect replica of your dad. From the size of your forehead to the shape of your nose, you are an exact copy. For some people, they may really like looking the same, but for others, this would take away their sense of individuality. Now, this may seem like a scene straight out of a sci-fi novel, but the stark reality is that human cloning is already taking place in some countries. And this picture I painted for you may not be too far off from reality in the coming years if we allow human cloning to continue to take place in our society. Now, the idea of being a clone may at first sound really cool. However, this isn't some sci-fi movie where the clone gets to stay young forever. The cloning of humans actually puts you at a higher risk for faster aging. Since older cells are typically the ones used for cloning, there is a greater chance of premature death as well as rapid aging. Can you imagine a society where the majority of individuals are elderly? This would cause many problems, and though cloning is said to be the cure-all for our generation, with the media portraying it as a way to eliminate defective genes and incurable diseases, many don't go ahead and look at the negatives. Many state that the possibility of eliminating effective genes outweighs the cons. And as I said before, if cloning became the main source of humans, then we would end up with a perpetually elderly world, and who would take care of all of them? Another major downside of cloning is the likelihood of it creating new divisions within our society. It could create factions between those who are perfectly cloned and those who are imperfectly cloned, along with us as natural-borns. There's a large possibility of a new type of racism being formed, which would be between the perfect clones and the natural-borns. And already every year there's an increasing number of people who are bullied or harassed for being different. And even today in our society, when you look at media, people are still trying to be accepting of people who are different. And can you imagine how much pushback there would be if there was clones and natural-born humans? It would be an us versus them scenario. Along with divides physically between clones and natural-borns, there would be also differences between our health. Many scientists claim that with human cloning, we will be able to eliminate infectious diseases and sickness. And if this is true, and we were able to clone humans effectively, I fear that our resources we currently put into our population's health will decrease. And if there ever was an epidemic in our society, we may just let it run its course because we know that the clones will live. What kind of world would that be? Many countries have passed legislation banning human cloning. And in my research, I was pleasantly surprised to find that according to the Center for Genetics and Society, over 46 countries have banned human cloning. International organizations have also been working towards prohibitions on reproductive cloning. For example, in 1998, the Council of Europe issued an amendment on its Convention on Human Rights in Biomedicine. It basically said that any intervention seeking to create a human being genetically identical to another human being, whether alive or dead, would not be allowed. This is encouraging. However, the United States has still not passed any bans on human cloning. Throughout history, the United States has been the home of the world shakers and innovators. When America does something, the world follows in her footsteps. I believe that the United States putting a ban on human cloning would encourage the rest of the world to follow suit. A major reason they should do this, and that I believe they should do this, is because that over 90% of human cloning attempts have been labeled a failure, which means that the human DNA that they have been using to try and clone humans is put at risk during this operation. So, is this miracle cure really as safe as people claim? For a better future, the U.S. government should ban human cloning. Studies have shown that the likelihood of cloning could create a throwaway society when it comes to our children. Will parents, when they do not like their children, just go back to the drawing board and create a new child? Many countries have banned it, and it is time for the United States to jump on the coattails. If human cloning is banned, we will be able to better appreciate the blessing of human life And our risk for contracting diseases from the environment will decrease because we will continue to put effort in and resources into creating cures. As you can see, the effect of human cloning will have a major effect on every aspect of our lives. This isn't just another sci-fi movie that ends at the rolling credits. This is a serious problem we could be facing in the coming years. When we think about the future, I cannot wait to see the advancements we make, as long as it's us who are making them. I personally love to see worlds where we all look a little bit different. The United States needs to come together and stand with over 46 countries who have banned human cloning. Thank you.